Speaking of forgetting things, guys, should we drink some coffee before we're actually awake?
Yes.
Curtis didn't do his hair. Jeff needs butter apparently because TikTok told him so. And,
Yeah.
And I'm ready to drink some coffee.
Welcome back to Beverage Buddies.
Here on the Stack Network, I'm Dave Moore. That's Jeff Daly, who's also here, and Curtis. Hi, Curtis. Good morning. I feel like I should check in on you. You look a little bit distraught.
I'm all right. Don't worry. It's just the hair. It could be so much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have completely woken me up in this pre-show conversation, to be fair, and I'm not sure that I actually need the coffee now, and I'd probably be a better human to not drink it, but I'm really excited to try Coke with coffee, caramel flavored.
Caramel.
Caramel?
Wait.
Caramel?
I don't know. I switch on and off. It depends on
Camel?
I just say things, Curtis. How long have you been doing this with me? Carlama.
Yeah. Kalalama.
Kamalama.
I say car amel.
Car animal. I usually...
It took me a second to realize where it said caramel because I was reading and I'm like, Coca-Cola with coffee. And I looked around, I'm like, where does it say caramel anyway? Because I'm not awake yet. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's right there.
So we're going to say this. This would be my coffee flavor of choice. I like coffee, caramel coffee.
I love vanilla. Vanilla is my coffee of choice.
French vanilla or vanilla is my second choice of coffee, but I usually get caramel or like caramel and vanilla. If based on the dark roast, which Curtis and I tried already, I would say that the vanilla coffee Coke is now my most hyped flavor. So this is not the one I think will be the best. That's why we're doing this one second.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to how the caramel is going to work with the flavors we experienced before.
How is the dark blend?
I thought it was coffee in Coke, and therefore kind of not great, but also kind of good.
That's exactly what it tastes like. It's literally like you have a can of Coke and some cold coffee, and somebody just went bloop.
And it's not bad. It just, I think it's going to need the sweeten of caramel or vanilla to make it good, like to be actually good.
The other thing that Dave and I both noticed is these don't have more caffeine in them or anything.
No, they're basically a can of Coke.
Yeah, it's...
Did they use decaffeinated coffee?
Yeah, it's like 73 milligrams of caffeine.
Which is like 10 or 7 more grams than like a regular can of Coke.
Yeah.
It's not significant. There's a little bit more caffeine, but not enough.
You would think it would be more significant.
It has less calories.
Yeah, it does. Well, it has...
because coffee has 0 calories.
Well, also it has high fructose corn syrup and sucralose, so it has an artificial flavor or artificial sugar in it.
I still remember when I was a kid, they said, it's artificial sugar when the end of it ends with gross, or it rhymes with gross. Still remember that. I still think that over on reading the ingredients.
Same, dude, actually.
I'm ready to open this up and give it a shot. I kind of need it. I need the caffeine. Although
I need to drink about 3 of these.
The thing.
Anybody else's
Sounds like a personal problem, Curtis.
Really flat to the can where like you can't even get your nail underneath of it.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
What the?
You see, don't give me shade. If
I
you're
didn't mean to swear. I'm
struggle.
sorry. It's early in the morning.
Okay, this doesn't smell as good as I was hoping it would.
Oh, it smells really like the dark roast.
It smells like the dark roast. Like I don't smell caramel at all.
No.
It smells like Coke.
Although, remember that the dark roast kind of smelled like old-ass coffee, and this kind of smells the same way, but it didn't taste like old coffee. So...
Yeah.
Tasted like old-ass coffee.
It tasted like fresh-ish coffee that was put in a Coke.
Yep. I'm getting a hint of caramel.
Maybe like the evermost slight hint, but it's not forefront. I think caramel, I think Dunkin' Donuts like caramel coffee, and I'm like, you smell that, and you're like, caramel.
We'll see. We'll see how it tastes. Maybe this is all caramel. Maybe we'll take a drink of it. It's just caramel.
I mean, they don't have caramel Coke. like regular caramel Coke, and that's the thing I would be willing to try if they wanted to make it high. Coca-Cola Company, please.
Give us money and do the thing.
That sounds delicious.
Or a
Give us
vanilla,
cool stuff.
like a vanilla caramel, or like if I could really get what I want a toffee flavored Coke. Like
I want an orange flavored coffee Coke.
I mean, they have the orange Coke.
I just want to experience something horrible. That's all.
Okay. I think a toffee Coke after these could be really good.
Maybe if they expand upon it.
All right, you
want to try it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Oh.
That's weird.
No, that's not ideal.
That's not what I want early morning.
Maybe it's because I just brushed my teeth, but this doesn't taste good.
I'm sensing a pattern, Jeff. We're supposed to drink drinks, and you're like, all right, I'm going to go brush my teeth.
Oh, that's my morning routine. I wake up, I go to the bathroom, I take a shower, and I brush my teeth.
It's got the kind of old coffee taste that the other one doesn't, and that's kind of what it is.
I don't like this too much.
No, it's got that old coffee taste, like you said, Dave, but it's very distinct, weird flavors. Like you get Coke, you get off old coffee, and you get caramel, but they do not mold together. They just taste separate.
Yeah, it's like one after the other, though. It's like
and you're just like, what is happening in my mouth?
And it's kind of bad if you keep drinking it. Like it keeps changing with the mix of what's coming in at the exact same time.
Do you think Coke with coffee came about like the people that were just factory workers working making Coke? Somebody came with a pot of coffee and just spilled in the vat of Coke and like, oh no.
No, but
we don't want to dump it all. We need to figure out something.
I will bet you it does come from one of the Coke factories where somebody was mixing coffee into their Coke. I bet you that was a thing that they were doing.
In what world do we live in that people need to mix coffee, a very caffeinated beverage, into Coca-Cola that one is also caffeinated? But
Curtis,
like, what the heck?
Over the events of the past year, I'll take anything.
Yeah, true. I'll accept it.
All right, so I just
somebody could be like, I chew off my fingernails and put them in my Sprite and let it dissolve, and that tastes amazing.
I took another.
And eventually, it'll come out Sprite with fingernails, and like,
God.
God, I hope I don't live to see that day. I took a sip halfway down the can. I'm halfway through this can already.
Oh, I didn't shake the can before I drank.
I mixed it up a little bit just because halfway down the can, I got a big sip of like caramel. Like it was caramel flavor.
Is it just not mixed up then? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. Normally,
do you shake the can well, Curtis?
I'm swirling it now. I'm gonna check it out.
It's still Coke. We should not.
It also
shake
doesn't. It doesn't say like flip can, invert can, or anything like that. It's like it shouldn't need to be.
The further I get down this, the sweeter and caramelier it gets. It's like the coffee may have floated to the top.
Maybe they needed a thing that says like invert before drinking, but then it would explode is the problem.
Yeah,
I'm actually kind of disappointed with the Coke and coffee. Like, what do you call it? The amount of Coke per coffee, the parts. I would have liked more coffee and less Coke.
I thought that the dark roast was a nice balance, but I felt that dark roast didn't mix as well as I thought that caramel or vanilla would. I think vanilla, based on Jeff and I's preference of vanilla Coke being the best kind of Coke, period. I think there's potential if the coffee balances correctly, which it does not in here.
No. They need a different coffee.
That it could be good, although I think vanilla mixes better with things than caramel does. Caramel's a little thick. It doesn't always mix. That's why if you get a caramel coffee at Dunkin', it can be kind of hit or miss if it's mixed well.
I never get caramel. Vanilla is my preference. Although, wait, mocha caramel is good.
Yeah, mocha caramel's good. I'll agree with that. Like, it's not that it's a bad idea or anything. Like, it's good in a weird sense the more I think about it. Like, when you get halfway down the can, it does start to get better. But the weird thing about it is you can't expect people to, like, get halfway down the can and still be there for you.
Yeah, it's
like we're doing this to taste it. Like if I bought this and I'm like, oh, taste it, I'm like, that's weird. Throw it away. I don't want that anymore.
I usually finish something if I don't hate it, and it didn't immediately gross me out to the point where I wouldn't have finished it.
Well, here's the question: would you buy it again?
I wouldn't buy this one again. I would maybe buy the dark roast again now. Maybe
for the prices that these were, I wouldn't. These are $2. These are $2 a can.
Yeah, which is a
lot.
Like
keep that in mind. Also, considering that it doesn't have more caffeine, it's not the most pleasant coffee experience. Like,
no,
I'd rather just go to Dunkin'.
It does make me curious to take cans of Coke and mix them with other kinds of coffee and see how that goes.
These are $2 a can, and I can just buy Coke for $1 a can and mix it myself.
Right.
Yeah. Or you could just have Coke.
Yeah, or you could just drink a Coke, which
That's
you know
true.
you like, and it would
Coke
cost you
and a coffee separately.
Yeah, there you go. Have a Coke and a coffee.
It would still cost you less.
In truth, this is what you're drinking anyway, because you're getting Coke, and you're like, oh yeah, there's coffee in this too, because it's a back note.
Yeah.
But anyway, kind of a disappointment, Coke. The last one wasn't too bad.
Coke, way to drop the ball on this Coke with coffee that only you came up with. Nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this, Coke.
Other countries like this.
I mean, I can see it being successful. It's successful in like Asian countries and stuff like that. Like it's actually very popular. But the American taste buds are so much different.
Now we've been conditioned differently to drink.
Like they have like milk sodas. Like that sounds weird. Horrible.
Have you ever heard what a brown cow is?
Yeah, it's that one that make chocolate milk.
No, yeah, a brown cow. My wife said that she had this when she was a baby. That her dad made it, like gave it to her. It's where you get milk and you mix it with Pepsi and you shake it up.
Yeah, my mom did that. That's the weirdest thing. Ew. I didn't know it had a name. I just thought it was called Pepsi and milk.
It's called a brown cow.
Well, that's the next thing we're going to try.
No. If you guys want us to try it...
decided. I've already written it down.
If you want us to do a brown cow, you need to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. We have to hit some sort of milestone for me to...
For a brown cow?
One, I'll be bloated for like a month and a half because I had to drink like pure milk again. Next,
we'll get you almond milk.
You need to earn it. So subscribe, hit the like button. If you guys want us to try things in the future, leave them in the comment sections down below, and we'll be back later today to try Coke with vanilla coffee.
Awesome.
Coca-Cola with coffee, vanilla
flavored. Yeah. And what was it? Sugar free or what's the other kind?
You guys have sugar free to compare.
Yeah,
sugar free.
I have both kinds.
Oh, did you drink sugar free this time?
No, I just have the can, so I was showing you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. Okay, everybody, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.
Beverage bodies with dry dreams.